Hi guys, welcome to Truth in Life Tarot. In this video we are going to be exploring what you need to work on. And also in my last video I realized while I was editing that the earphone wire was in like 90% of the video. So I apologize for that. I did not mean for that to happen. I'm trying a new setup, and yeah, even though I did like a test run to make sure that my voice was heard and all that, and to see like how the video would look, it wasn't in the shot in the test run, but somehow it got in the original video. And I didn't want to not post it just in case there was a message there that someone needed to hear. The title of that video was what do you need to move on from? So yeah, let's get into this reading. This first pile with the clear quartz, we have the Herbcrafters Tarot. Pile 2 has the psychic tarot with the citrine crystal. Pile 3 has the light Seers tarot with the amethyst stone, and then pile 4 has the star spinner tarot with the obsidian. All right, the timestamps are going to be below. I'll see you there. Bye. Hi pile 1, if you chose the Herbcrafters Tarot and this clear quartz point, then this is your reading. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting right off the bat is that the thing that you guys need to work on is your own spirituality. Some of you may have been kind of putting it on the back burner, or maybe it's something you wanted to explore more and you haven't really delved into it yet. But there are a lot of cards about spirituality and intuition here. You have the Madre of Water, which is the Queen of Cups. You have Starseed Elemental, Soul Star Chakra on the back of the deck. For this Beyond Lumeria Oracle deck, you have Awakened Awareness. And even the star can be associated with that to a certain extent, because the star is about wishes. And a lot of some of what spirituality is about kind of exploring how you can manifest. So you can bring into the real world your own wishes. So for your tarot cards, you got the Star, Cottonwood, Justice, Cannabis, Madre of Water, Oats. You have the Hierophant, Cocoa in reverse. Let me just show you what it looks like upright, if I can get it. There you go. So you got the Hierophant in reverse, which really talks about going against the grain. This may be something different than what you're used to, which is interesting because this is the first reading I've done where I decided to get one of these practical witch spell cards. And I wanted to try it because in my last reading, it felt like a lot of the energy I was getting was kind of witchy. Like I felt like a lot of the viewers might be witchy. So I was just like, okay, well, next time I'll just add some, add this deck in to see if it'll resonate with anyone or if anyone will get something from it. And I'll turn this card over at the end of your reading. Going on with your tarot cards, you have the Hanged One, the Hanged Man, which is Burdock. You have the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles, Nettle, Stillness, Starseed Elemental, Loving Compassion, Crystal Keys, Soul Star Chakra, excuse me. And at the bottom of that, it says Merging with the Divine. Let me show that. And even like what I get from this cannabis card is that like that's the way that people use to unwind. And you can say that when you're more when you're not so tightly wound, that you are more connected to spirit. So you guys have, and you also have stillness here. So some of you may have, like, you have two cards indicating like stillness, like slow down type of cards. So a lot of you may be busy, or you may be just kind of distracted, and you haven't really had the chance to look into this, like kind of to do the meditations, to do the research, or do anything else involving spirituality or intuition or anything like that, or spells. Some of you haven't really had the time to either look into it or do what you have wanted to do with that, and that's what you need to work on. I feel like that is something that will propel you forward. Let's see. Oh, and for the back of the deck energy, for I always forget, like, right when I'm about to say it. For this Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Purity. So every time I see this card, I think of like a clean slate. I think of just kind of wiping away the old in place for the new, which really goes well with this reading. So with this Loving Compassion card, the reason that this is something that you need to do is because it's a part of your own growth. Like, you're doing it for no one else but you. It's just like it's something personal, and it's an act of love to yourself. Anytime you research or look into something that has to do with your growth, it's like an act of love to yourself. You also have crystal keys here, so this can be a call to look into some crystals. The one that you chose is a clear quartz point, in case you're interested in that. And clear quartz just so happens to be one of the main crystals that people like to start out with. They also like to start out with amethyst and protection stones such as obsidian or black tourmaline. Another good one to start out with is selenite. These are like the basic stones that, like, if you have to get 4 or 5 stones to begin with, and you just want to start out with that, then that's like the most recommended, it seems like. Because they're just so grounding, and it's kind of simple and peaceful, and they're just kind of like good all around stones. Oh, and this is citrine. This is for prosperity and the sacral chakra. Not the sacral chakra, I'm sorry, the solar plexus chakra. So you can look into those if you want to, if that will kind of kickstart your journey, your research. There you go. Just like look up some crystals. Yes, I keep saying Soul Star Chakra. Soul Star Chakra. There you go. Merging with the divine, and then Starseed Elemental. So starseeds are said to be like the. Now, I don't know all about starseeds. Like, I did research it like a while ago, but from what I remember, it's like the people who, it's almost like they're the second generation of like the first wave of people who were awakened, kind of. Like that was an explanation that I found for it, and I really resonated with that. Like I was just like, oh well, that's a cool way to explain it. And like these people are more likely to be in tune with the divine. They are also they're more likely to go against the grain. They're more likely to do something untraditional, in the spirit, like spirituality speaking. Let's see what your spell, your practical witch's spell card is. You got house spells. Saturday sanctuary spell. To anoint your home as a sacred space and protect you from harm, rub any one of the following essential oils undiluted on your front door at the top and bottom: cinnamon, clove, cypress, dragon's blood, or frankincense. Walk through the door and close it securely. Take the remaining essential oil and anoint every other door and window. At the witching hour of midnight, light anointed white candles and place them in every doorway and windowsill. You have now secured your home with the power of magic. Okay, this is actually a really good first card to get for anyone who is starting out in spell work, or like anyone who wants to get into spirituality like that. It is always a good idea to cleanse and protect your home as like the first thing that you do. So it's really good that you got this card. And I also want to point out that you don't have to do every single part of this spell, this Saturday sanctuary spell. There are a lot of YouTubers who are beginner friendly or just like very knowledgeable, and they have like much simpler spells that actually have less ingredients than this. A lot of the spells that you can find on YouTube regarding like cleaning and protecting your home are actually, they require items that you are likely to have in your home, and they don't require you to do things that are kind of outwardly witchy, because they understand that some people might be in the broom closet. So like it's very I'm not sure what I'm doing, this is my first time, please help me friendly. So yeah, make sure you check out some YouTube videos if you haven't already. Make sure you cross-reference everything you find in terms of your research, and I wish you all the luck in the world. That was your reading, Pile 1. I really hope that resonated with you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please check out my other videos regarding my deck reviews and just my other tarot videos. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye. Hi Pile 2. If you chose the Psychic Tarot and the Citrine Crystal, then this is your reading. So I feel like what you guys need to work on is your own energy. It's like your own power. The first card that came out was the Six of Swords, moving on, followed by the Three of Swords in reverse, heartache and loss, the Empress, fertility, the Hanged Man, sacrifice, the Four of Pentacles, firm foundation, flow, miracles, reclaim your energy. And this spell, this is a card that I got from the Practical Witches spell deck, and I got it, I chose this deck for this reading because in my last reading it felt like there was like a lot of spiritual energy where like I felt like a lot of the viewers might be into this kind of stuff, like might be into spells or might want to learn about it. So I just decided to add this in there in case anyone needs it or wants it. But I'll show this at the end of the reading. And even though this is only, because this is only pile 2, so this is the second time I've done this, but both times it came out upright and I had to flip it back over. Like, I'm trying to save it for last and it just keeps like popping back up. Okay, so I feel like you guys, you may need to start anew or cut something loose or like start a new project, possibly all three. This has something to do with it has something to do with your foundation, like something needs to change. Some of you may be embarking on a creative endeavor, or we have the Empress here, so it could be concerning children. It could also be, it could be starting, I keep having the need to fix this. It could be starting a new project. It could be starting something new that you didn't, like that you were kind of iffy on. And it may require some bravery. I feel like it might require a little bit of a sacrifice as well. With the Three of Swords in reverse, I feel like you guys have the ability to move on from what is holding you back. It's like, if something was holding you back before, then I feel like you can just like kind of let that go. Like, this is what the Three of Swords looks like in this deck, but normally the Three of Swords is like a heart and there's like 3 swords sticking into it, and when it's reversed, it's like the swords can like fall out. It's like it's like time for healing. You've already gone through the difficulty, and like now you have room to heal. You guys also have flow, miracles, reclaim your energy. So I feel like there's like a natural flow that you guys may or may not have been exploring. But there is something that is like just beyond your reach, or it's not that it's just beyond your reach, it's more that it's like you haven't fully moved toward it yet, but you can. And I feel like that will be, it's like an avenue for your greatness. It's like an avenue for your highest self. Yeah, I feel like you guys, like, it's not that you're moving on from something that is like really really negative per se, or really kind of damning, if you will, but it is something that once you release it and once you go with the flow, you'll be much freer. Like, you'll be more of yourself, more of your true self. That's what I'm getting. Like, for the back of the deck energy, for the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have pleasure. Yeah, this looks like a stairway, like nature stairway to heaven or something. Like, there's just like a stairway in the forest, and there's a doe there, and there's an archway. There's a huge moon in the background. This is a really, really gorgeous picture. Yeah, I feel like the power of happiness is in your hands. Like, it's not something that is unreachable or unobtainable at all. Yeah, and even like for your back of the deck energy, for the Psychic Tarot, you have choose wisely. So it's like right now you may be choosing to stay where you are, or you may be choosing to just like kind of hang out here a bit longer. But this is a call to choose wisely. Like, it's like go with the flow. It's like it's not that this isn't a big choice, but it's not as damning as an idea of it may seem at times. Let's look at your practical witches card. So you have open your third eye. Saffron has long been used. Oh, I'm sorry. First of all, this is an everyday spell. Open your third eye. Saffron has long been used to bring forth intuition and heighten psychic powers. Saffron water is made by steeping 1 teaspoon of saffron in 2 cups of boiled distilled water. Dip your hands in the water, touch your third eye at the center of your forehead, and say aloud, Ishtar, Athena, Diana, Astarte, fill me with your presence. This night I am whole, I am at peace. With each breath you do inspire, so mote it be. Okay. So some of you, this may be, I feel like for a few of you, you may be wanting to start like a YouTube channel. Like maybe you want to do like tarot YouTube channel. Maybe you want to do some sort of divination work. Maybe you want to use your gifts. Like maybe you want it to be like your job, or you want it to be a hobby or a job or something like that. You want to pursue it more fully. So the goddesses mentioned, actually I only know Athena and Diana are goddesses. I'm not sure about the other two, Ishtar and Astarte. But those are deities you might want to look up just to see like what they represent and what they're all about. They may have something to do with your spiritual journey. And there's a fair amount of purple here. There's like a little bit of purple in 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 of these cards. And that's the 6th chakra, the third eye. Wow. And the color purple or violet is also associated with the third eye and the crown chakra. Side note, your the back of the deck energy for the Beyond Lumeria Oracle cards was crystal keys. So some of you might be interested in working with crystals. Pile 1 also got this card in their spread, so that's interesting. And this woman in this hangman, the sacrifice card, looks like this rainbow is like coming out of her head, like coming out of her crown chakra a little bit like in the background, and a little bit like coming out of her her head. This person is like just straight up walking into the light. Oh, wow. All right, I think that's all I have for you, Pile 2. If you liked and resonated with that, then please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Bye. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the Light Seers Tarot and this amethyst crystal, then this is your reading. So the first card that you guys got was the Tower, as well as the Three of Swords, followed by the Star, the Queen of Wands, and both the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords in reverse. You have Change, Heart Chakra, Unfurling Back to Love, and Crown Chakra, the Unlimited Self. And these two cards are from the Practical Witches spell deck, which we'll talk about at the end of the reading. So, I feel like you guys, what you need to work on is yourself in the way of your own power and in the way of your own, like self-love. You guys may have come out of a relationship or a connection that was painful, or you may have gotten some recent bad news. I feel like a lot of you are still in this pain energy. Yeah, every single, for these cards, there's only like one person in each card. So I feel like this is more about you working on yourself. Some of you may be stuck in this energy, like kind of stuck in a cycle. You may even be in a connection that's not so good for you, or you maybe the dynamic isn't good. Like it could be kind of toxic in a way, or it could be draining you. I feel like for most of you, if you are in a connection, that it's not, there's something about it that's not quite aligning with you. That's not really good for you in this moment. Yeah, because you have like this change card. So something definitely needs to change. Like this is a call to act. Because I feel like there are blockages here. It could be within your mindset. Like you might have negative thought patterns. You also could have been procrastinating this change or something else that needed to happen in this connection. Or even if you're not in a connection, it could be like just yourself. I'm sorry, guys. I had like a little interruption there. But yeah, some of you have had these blockages in actually moving. Some of you haven't actually been able to move very far. Like you haven't taken this change into full effect yet. And like the back of the deck energy for your tarot, for the Light Seers Tarot, is the Lover. So this is about decisions. This is about, it could be about just a romantic connection, but it is a card also about decisions needing to be made, or a decision that maybe it has been made, but it hasn't, in this reading, it could be that it hasn't really taken effect yet. Like maybe you made a decision and have not moved on it yet. Maybe it's kind of in your, like way back in your mind, like in your subconscious. So you have two chakra cards. Excuse me. The Heart and the Crown. Yeah, and even like the back of the deck energy for the Practical Witches spell deck, you have I Feel Pretty. I feel like a lot of you guys like need that boost in self-love. Like you need that boost in the self. Something has disrupted that. Like you haven't been able to be your full self. You haven't been able to be your best self lately. Because right under Heart Chakra, it says Unfurling Back to Love. And right under Crown Chakra, it says The Unlimited Self. So it's really time to dig deep and find your best self. It may have been like kind of hidden under responsibilities, or distractions or something like that. But this is really a call to work on the self. And for your last two cards, you have Divining Decisions. Both of these, I believe, are, moon spells. And interestingly enough, in the first two piles, I wanted to keep the, I might have already said this already, I'm actually not sure, but I wanted to keep the cards face down, and these cards actually did come out face down, but I made a mistake and turned them back up, and then I was just like, well, I might as well just leave it like that, because the other two piles, theirs kind of popped out of the deck face up anyway. So this was the pile where I was just like, okay, well, this is just going to be here the whole reading, and then I'll just read it at the end. So, Divining Decisions. Many witches carry a pendulum with them to help make decisions. Wow. Okay. Like, what did I just say? Okay. Take a strong string or length of leather and tie a ring, gemstone, or crystal to the end. By the light of the new moon, take a bundle of sage, light one end, and pass the smoke over your pendulum, smudging and purifying your space. Holding the pendulum still, chant, guide me to the path of truth. Goddess, hear my song. This pendulum I charge with my energy to judge right from wrong. So mote it be. Anytime you need advice before making a decision, dangle the pendulum and observe its movements. Swaying from front to back means yes, left to right means no. Okay, so that's interesting. So someone out there may want to try using a pendulum for divinations. Obviously, if you're at this reading, you're into divination in some form, so that may be something you want to try out. The next card that you got was New Moon Flower Power. This flower-infused potpourri is wonderful for clearing the way for the new in your life and planting seeds for new moon beginnings. Flower ingredients: rose, snapdragon, marigold, carnation, cyclamen. Place the flowers in a bowl and then sprinkle them with a few drops of geranium, clove, and cinnamon oil. Place the mixture on the south point of your altar for the duration of the full lunar cycle from new moon to new moon. Yeah, this card is also about change, because it's about clearing away. It's like planting seeds now, it's clearing the way and planting seeds now, so that what you want to happen, what needs to change, can actually take root and grow. And I mentioned this to the other piles, but one thing I want to bring up about these cards, these Practical Witches spell decks cards. I have to say like the whole thing every time, because it feels weird to just say spell cards or something. But the thing about this is that if you do want to do something like this, you don't have to get kind of caught up in the spell on the card itself. You can just like take this as general. Like, for example, with this card, this is about a pendulum. Well, if you were thinking about getting into tarot or palm reading, then this is also your sign to get into that, because you were already thinking about that, and that's already something that you wanted. So this is your sign. It doesn't have to be a pendulum. And with this one, this is about making a potpourri. You can just make a clearing spray with actually, Pile 2 had like a similar thing where it was like a cleansing and protection spell, but you don't have to have all these ingredients. You can just make a simple cleansing spray. Crystals can help you cleanse spaces. Like, there are a lot of different ways to cleanse spaces. You just have to do your own research and figure out which one works best for you. You may have to use whatever you just have lying around, like whatever's in your kitchen. You don't have to specifically do anything word for word on these cards. Like, they're just guidelines. They're just guidelines, really. That was a terrible impression of Elizabeth from Pirates of the Caribbean. What else? I will point out, okay, so I didn't touch on these yet. So you got the Portal Keeper at the back of the deck, which is about opening and closing. It's like going into new realms. starting something anew and closing out the old, which is a lot of what the Tower is about. And on this deck, at the bottom of the deck, you got Wisdom. So, and that goes along with like all these cards about choices. So yeah, this is really a call to find, like, take root in your choices, go through with them with strength, with conviction, do it in a way where you know that you're doing it to become your best you. Like feel it out and discover what's the best course of action for you to take, because decisions are really important right now. Like decisions are, it's a big part of your reading. It's a big part of what you need to work on at this time. Okay, pile 3. That was your reading. If you liked it, please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you in another. Oh, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in another reading, hopefully. Bye. Hi, pile 4. So if you chose the Star Spinner Tarot and this Obsidian Stone, then this is your reading. So you guys got the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands in reverse, the Six of Cups, the Wheel of Fate, Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands, Adventures, Gateway, Awaken Awareness, Reclaim Your Energy, Vulnerability, Crystal Keys, Shine Your Light, and Tranquility Incantation, which we will get to at the end of the reading. So for a lot of you guys, what you need to work on is it's like that root and sacral chakra. It's like the roots of the self. I feel like some of you guys have gotten into this negative energy of, it's like, angry or like frustration, like things not going well. And it's just like a stressed out type of energy. Like you even have like the Nine of Wands, which is all about, it's like, you're carrying a burden, but you're also like on your last leg. Like it's the Wounded Warrior card. So this is a call to kind of loosen up in a way where you get to be more of yourself. It's like if you're the kind of person, because like this is the Six of Cups, which is about like nostalgia. So like if you, for example, are like a kid at heart, this is a call to bring that part of yourself back, like up again. Like I feel like work or your life has kind of stuffed that part of you down, or maybe you kind of felt the need to stuff that part of you down. This is a call to bring that energy back up, because you like the energy that you're in right now is a little bit kind of damaging. It's like it's a little bit just not in the direction you want to go in. You guys even have like adventures and gateway, and you know the gateway card has like this unicorn on it. So there's really a call to just be like, there's something about you that's like mystical or childlike, or just like this like this shine to you that may have been dimmed, and this is really a call to bring that back out. You have shine your light, vulnerability, reclaim your energy, awaken awareness. Like these are all cards saying that like there's a part of you that needs to come out. There is a part of you that maybe you've been afraid to expose before because it makes you vulnerable. So this is something that you need to work on. It's not saying per se to just like let it show to everyone all at once so that the world can see. It's more of a call to work on it so that if you want to be in a vulnerable state with someone, you can do that, and it won't be like in this King of Wands reverse energy. It won't be in this Nine of Wands energy. It'll just be in more of a Six of Cups energy, or in this like adventures or shine your light energy. Like even with this Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it's saying excuse me, I feel like it's saying like it's time. Like you like the it's like the wheel has gone back around again, and now it's time for you to have more of that inner innocent energy. It's like I'm losing my voice. Right at the end I'm losing my voice. And like with the Ace of Pentacles, like there's something like maybe there's a hobby that you put on the back burner, or maybe there's a project or it could even be like research. I feel like it's something that you maybe put on the back burner, that this is a call to, you know, like dig back out again and explore it again, like have fun with it again. It could be like your own little personal adventure. This is what you need to work on at this time it's like to help bring forth the best you. It's kind of like the difference between a person who works all the time and is always serious, to a person who works when it's time to work, but also knows when it's time to be with their family or have fun or have some me time. Like you want to be that second person. That second person is balanced, and they value themselves enough to know like, okay, this is what I need to do. And if I'm a kid at heart and I want to watch Avatar The Last Airbender, if I want to watch a cartoon, like, you know, any kind of childish thing that you have in mind. And I feel that coming through strongly, like some of you really like have that energy about you. You may even be young and you just like want to like stay young for a little bit longer and just have some fun. This is a call like, yes, do that. Have some fun and don't burn yourself out. For your Practical Witch Spell Deck card, you have Tranquility Incantation. For inner peace, take a walk in the woods and bring a stick, 7 leaves from an ash or oak tree, several stones and matches. With the stick, draw a circle on the ground and mark the 4 directions, north, east, south, and west. Excuse me. Arrange the stones and leaves at the center of the circle and say, good luck rises for me in the east, my music rises in the south, my wishes rise in the west. From the north, peace and calm will come to me, my dreams will come true, so mote it be. Another kind of adventurous card, like there's no, like, even when like you imagine someone like doing a spell in the woods, it looks like this, it looks like something out of like a fairy tale almost. It's like that kind of energy that's mystical and adventurous, and that's like you guys should embody that kind of energy where you do what you want to do, what you're being called to do, and you do it in good spirit, because that's what, like, that's you, like that's who you really are, and it's something that may have been suppressed for a while. Yeah, like with this gateway and this unicorn card, it just kind of reminds me of, it makes me think of, it's kind of like, this wasn't the first thing that came to mind, but it kind of reminds me of the platform 9 3/4, like that gateway to the magical world. Like that's what that reminds me of, because these cards together, it's like you go through the gateway for an adventure. Like on one side of that platform, of that gateway, there's like the mundane world where the main character, Harry Potter, is just like a normal boy, but he's also abused and his life isn't that good, and he's living with people that don't love him, and it's just not good at all on that side. And then on the other side, it's like this mystical, magical adventure for him. Like he's always in some kind of adventure, and even if he wasn't the main character, it would still be like just such a gift to be there. Like, so that's what I'm getting for you guys. Like, you guys should definitely go out in nature if that's something that helps you. Maybe it used to ground some of you before, or maybe you just like felt better after going on a walk. There was something else in this card. Oh, music. Yeah, like some of you maybe used to play music and your instrument is like collecting dust in a closet somewhere. Bring that back. Like, learn the music again. Start with the scales all over again if it's been like a long time. Like, just start doing what you love and like bring that back out. Bring out that light in you. Shine your light. Shine your light. Oh, wow. Okay. That's all I have for you, pile 4. That was good. That was a really uplifting one. Like, I really like the energy of that reading. So if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Bye.